Go check out Lou's WRX. It's a great channel. In my earlier years, I only had about 650 subs, and he liked what he saw on the channel and pushed for other people to go ahead and help me get over that 1,000 mark so we could get monetized again.
We're going to do 4K with DLSS Ultimate and 1440p native and 1440p with DLSS Ultimate, as well as 1080p native resolutions. Hopefully it'll be a good race, and we'll steal this Astro RTX that runs the game, along with my Ryzen 9 Dynamic DX 3D CPU. Enjoy the race, guys.
I don't really watch gaming videos much, but I will say I've watched a couple of Lou's, and they're just so informative. He gives such good instruction and information on what he's running and what you could do in different variations and compares them. Check him out, Lou's WRX. It's a great way to support a fellow YouTuber.
So 4K native, we're averaging around 74 FPS, 1% low sticking at 61, and max FPS of 81 FPS.
All right, guys, what is up? It is Biff, and again, we are not in the Fearless Mods garage, but we are headed to Family Arena in St. Charles, Missouri for some autocross. First stop, as always, is to grab a cup of coffee to get us started for the day. But should be a good day. Super hot, gonna be like 95 or higher. So we got everything we need to keep the body cool. Hopefully the car stays cool and performs extremely well. This ought to be a lot of fun, so stay tuned. Alrighty, thank you very much. So here we are at Family Arena in St. Charles, Missouri, and we're getting the cars lined up out here for the second heat. Once again, I'm going to be working the first half of the race. Everybody gets 6 laps, and then we'll swap out, and then all of us over here get our 6 laps. They're setting up the course. We'll go get our meeting here in a little bit after a few more people arrive, and then we will figure out, walk the course and chalk mark everything so that we can then get set up out there for the racing. So let me take you around and show you a couple of the cars. You know this one. We've also got a 99 Carrera 4 right here with a lot of mods, so he's going to be in a different class than me, and we're just going to see what we can do out here today. I'm going to start with full air pressure. I think it's 37 and 45 is what it calls for. We're close enough to that for starting. I'll chalk mark them, and then that way we can see how it performs after we do a run and then maybe let some out. I did bring the air compressor so that I have the ability to air them back up on the ride home if need be. All the necessary equipment for fearless modding, YouTube style. Let's go take a look at some cars. They are out there making some final adjustments to the track, and not a lot of hoods open right now, but you can see there's quite a variety of cars across the spectrum. Just a great day for a lot of fun, but it's going to be hot, so we are sunscreened up, and I'm going to go start setting up some camera placements on the car before we get our brief, and then head out for the first 2.5, 3 hours of watching other people race.
As usual, you run one heat, you work the other, and we do the group walkthrough and mark a box around every cone for me. So there's pylon penalties as to how they work. If you knock a pylon down on its side, it counts as +1 against the driver. That needs to be called in. If the driver bumps a pylon and scoots across the ground, if any part of that base of the cone is still touching the chalk outline, it does not count as a penalty against the driver. There's one other type of penalty. A DNF did not finish. If they go around a part of the course and don't come back to complete it, that's a DNF. That should be called in. As always, safety is of the utmost concern. If you get out of control there, come to a complete stop. run the rest of the course at speed.
Yeah. Make sure you're hydrated, guys. Pay attention to how you're feeling.
Yeah.
We don't want to just
Stay hydrated.
have to call an ambulance.
Well, change of plans. We walked the course and got it all chalked up, and they're switching me to first heat number 13. So there's my parking spot right there. So I'm gonna go ahead and get myself moved down here so we can get ready to go racing. Okay, so on the first run here, you haven't had a sighting run through the course, you just walked it. So it's still a little bit of trying to figure out where to go. So I make a couple head fakes here and you can see it. In my time overall, still very fast, still had my heart pumping, but 52 seconds and some change, and definitely some room for improvement. Okay, well, I felt like I was lost most of the time out there on that run, but the car's freaking great. Oh my gosh, the launch and the power. I could almost done the whole course in first. I did go to second, but I really wish we could have had a sighting run just to kind of like learn the course before you go. Shitty first time, 52 seconds. I don't know if I got any cones. I don't think so. A little bit of gliding and sliding. I might let a few pounds out of each of the tires, and then we'll go from there for run number 2. This is going to go quick. A lot of no-shows, not enough course workers for many ride-alongs, but still going to be a lot of fun. Not enough time in between. There's not a lot of time in between these runs. This was the most back-to-back racing I've done out here at this venue, and it really makes it tough because in between runs you want to do a few things, whether it's checking the temperatures that I did right before this run, whether you're adjusting air pressure on the tires, trying to get a drink of water and stay hydrated, or going to the starting booth to check your time and performance. You've got to essentially come straight back to the car and get strapped back in and to the line, let alone trying to change camera placement. So I screwed up and missed a couple runs with the exterior camera. So these next couple runs are interior only. The problem with the interior view is the outside is washed out. So I apologize for the video. 48 on that one, took 4 seconds off. I got a ways to go. But the sounds are still good, and you can still get an idea for what's going on, some of the good things I'm doing, and some of the mistakes. Like having to screech to a stop before hitting any cones, back up, and then go back through the gate. No cones hit, no DNF, but it cost me about 10 seconds on the lap. About this car in Sport Plus mode is the steering is so snappy that you can see as I go through this slalom here that I'm a little jerky on my inputs. I would have preferred straight lines in between each one of them, but it would turn in so quickly that I didn't need to lead them quite as much, and you can see that reflected in my steering wheel inputs. So there was that run. You remember that run when we slid to a stop and had to back up? That was that one. Safe to say I'm trying to carry some more speed, and that one bit me, but I think we put together the rest. I'm gonna go look at some times real quick on this one and see how we're doing. I've got a 42, a 48, and a 58 with that backup. No cones on any run, so we're doing all right. See what we can do on this one, try to clean it up and shave some time. Fingers crossed. 47, but I think I got some cones there. I'm not sure. Just like that, 4 runs down. Man, 2 to go. This is going fast. Jumping in?
I could.
You got a helmet on.
How are you doing?
Yeah, I'll take some coaching. I only got 2 more runs, if you don't mind. Yeah, I'll take some coaching.
What kind of times are you running?
47 on the last one.
Okay.
All right, here we go. Consistent, I guess.
Yeah, mostly you need to stay in tighter on the gates where you like the inside.
Yep.
So that will help you a lot.
It's a fast course and it comes so quick that it's like, I don't even know if I'm doing my braking right or because I'm already lined up on the next one, you know.
You want to ride in mine, see if that helps you?
Which one you in?
Corvette, the gray one.
The gray one? Yeah, if I can get back, I got 1 more run. You want me to shut it off?
Yeah, I thought the speed at which you were driving the first time was reasonable.
Yeah.
But I think the lines were what was hurting you.
Yeah.
If you get outside in those gates, then it adds time, plus it makes it difficult to transition to the next one. So.
Yeah. All right.
When I would leave the car running between runs, everything remained set. But starting fresh, I had to go to Sport Plus, manual on my shifting, and get my traction control off.
I haven't even been able to mess with Sport Pro because it's been going. I don't even have it a saved lap. Okay, manual, Sport Plus, traction control off. Count as 1 cone? Since it was I took out the combo?
It's probably 2, but it doesn't matter, 1 or 2 is enough.
It's done.
Yeah.
Well, thanks for riding. 47's the best I can do, cones or no cones. I gotta go look and see what I did.
Yep.
Let this thing cool down. Thank you, sir. Appreciate it.
You bet. It was fun.
All right, let's see what we did here. What they give me on it. One. They gave me 1 cone. Well, thank you for the help, sir.
Bet.
I am absolutely dehydrated and exhausted. I've had 1 bottle of water. I feel like that was like 45 minutes of racing. My car is still the only one out here on the grid. I got to load it up and move it out here and make my way in to go work the second half. But I am glad Rick was able to ride along with me, and me with him. I did 2 runs in his Corvette, and he ran a 43. So obviously he knows what he's doing, and he gave me some good tips. I just got a little too crazy in that right before those slaloms, and then also the tires just really seemed to be sliding around a lot more in that last run. But I got to pack up and get ready to go work this.
Whether it's from the heat or just rushing from racing to working the course, I forgot to put my road mic on my camera.
Yeah, he's trying to figure it out.
So I apologize for all the wind noise in this segment.
Well, okay, that's a DNF. He looks quick.
On the Porsche.
For a demo on body roll. Body roll. We have made it back to the garage, and I am exhausted and tired and heat soaked. Car said it was 99 degrees coming back, and that's no lie. And it's hot and it's humid, but the car did great. I topped off the air pressure on the tires, get them back up to factory settings for the drive home. But it did absolutely fantastic. Huge thank you to those guys out there, Steve and Rick, for letting me ride along and showing me the course for that last line. And pretty impressed that that last run was the only run where we hit a cone, and we scrubbed off a lot of speed right before we hit that cone and then got back into it. And even with that, it matched my fastest time. So it just goes to show you that seeing the correct line with Rick was really helpful, even though he was able to do it in 43 seconds and did not hesitate to let me know that his car had slightly less horsepower than mine. So mine should do it, but he might have a little different setup than me, different tires. They were just on that back straight, that back corner, there was a lot of tar, rubbery stuff back there, so I think it was just slick in these temperatures anyways. And then coming back that whole back technical section of the course, I was just sliding all over the place. The tires were beyond their grip, but oh my gosh, what a lot of fun to drive the Porsche GTS around the course. Everybody loved it. Everybody had great things to say. When I walked over to get my assignment for the second heat where I was working the course, I just had a couple, pull me aside, and the wife was like, "You're fast." And I'm like, the car might be fast. It could be faster if it weren't for me, but thank you. So, and I was 4 seconds slower than some other people, but what a lot of fun. Great thanks to the Boeing Sports Car Club, always setting us up out there at Family Arena so we can have a great time. And that's going to be a wrap for this one. I hope you enjoyed this little bit of first time on the track with the GTS, as well as some cool cars that we got to see out there. Didn't have my normal guy out there that films, and we trade off when we work opposite heats from each other so we can get some course video. So I didn't have any of that. Wish I did, but you got to see some other cool cars out there from the course, and hopefully plenty of good video from this one. We'll see how it turns out. Thanks for watching, guys. Please remember to like and subscribe, and I'm gonna go cool off and eat a cup of salt so my fingers stop cramping. You guys take care.